This is Blair, the Love Guru from loveguru.net and thealiennetwork.com. Today is January 9th, 2026. And today we're talking about how New Yorkers are mourning their freedom. I thought I would bring some good news to the internet, to the truther community, to the freedom fighters, because since 2026 has hit, there has been such an increase, an acceleration in this biometric data collection and the loss of our freedoms. And I've just been watching the news stories, lots of false flags. So today I'm going to show you a little bit of a news clip about how New Yorkers are mourning their freedom. And I'm sorry, but this is clickbait. That's not happening. What I am going to share with you is how New Yorkers are holding a funeral. They're mourning the Metro card. So in case you're new here, I posted a video. This might actually be rage bait, by the way, because I was feeling a little bit annoyed when I watched it. So I'm just giving you like a little heads up, a little trigger warning. The last video that I posted was about how New York City has started implementing these new subway fare gates, and they're calling them modern fare gates because why? They're scanning your face, so therefore that's modern. So what happens is you could watch the video clip of the sheepy reactions to that. So then what followed was like the next day, we have how New Yorkers are holding funeral for not their freedom, not mourning their freedom. No. They're holding a funeral for the Metro card. So let's go to this clip here.
To buy or refill a Metro card, and some New Yorkers are now bidding it a fond farewell.
So hold up a second here, because let's look at what's going on over here. Now, I haven't watched New York City news in a long time. I try not to watch any news, but I get alerts as far as what's going on. And I was like, what is going on here with this bald lady? So I went to go look it up, and it ends up that this lady has gained widespread recognition for bravely sharing her journey with alopecia, an autoimmune hair loss condition, and becoming a national inspiration for others with hair loss as a symbol of embracing one's authentic self. She chose to stop hiding her baldness with wigs, and everybody's deeply resonating with this. The reason why I'm pointing this out, so this is not like necessarily bad, but I'll tell you what's bad. It's because this is all part of the agenda that's rolling through. So if you're new here, and by new here, I mean to my teachings, I mean to what's going on, what's really going on in the world. So again, let me introduce myself. My name is Blair. I'm known as the Love Guru. I'm a spiritual teacher, an intuitive heart healer. I'm a psychic medium. I'm a teacher of the New World Order. I'm a teacher of truth, and I'm a deprogrammer. And I've developed over the last 5-6 years here since Con 19, I was guided to develop these freedom activist classes, which teach people who are awake or waking up to what's going on as far as what is really happening in this world. And people don't realize that these agendas, like how they're showing all these like fat people as models, and it's like great to embrace your curves, and then they're doing all the transgender on magazine covers and stuff like that, or I don't know, whatever advertisements, how they're showing this bald lady, how it's great to be bald, and she's just embracing her autoimmune hair condition. You know, by the way, these types of things are so this is, first off, this is all part of the agenda that's rolling through, okay? It's a huge agenda. It's called the New World Order agenda. Again, I teach this through my freedom activist classes. You can find that on loveguru.net under the freedom tab or activist class tab. You could also learn about this on your own at thealiennetwork.com. If you click on TOOLKIT, activism, and then TOOLKIT, there's a lot of audios that you can learn on your own as far as what's going on. What I want you to understand for today is that this is not just one agenda. Like, it's not just one thing going on. So it's not just the biometric data rolling in, all the surveillance. It's not just that. It's not just the COVID vaccine. It's not just Republicans versus Democrats. It's actually not that at all. So you have to understand, like, there's like numerous elements to how they're trying to, like, quote, take us down or fuck us up or whatever you want to call it. And this is one of it, okay? So, like, they have everybody sharing. Now what they've done is they've created this culture that everyone walks around and, like, I don't know what it's like in your area, but I live in a very woke area, unfortunately, or fortunately, I don't know, that you get into a conversation with people and, like, right away they're telling you that they're in therapy. Right away they're telling you that they have autism. Right away that they're telling you they have depression. Right away they're telling you that they have OCD. Right away they tell you they have ADHD. And, like, everyone's talking about, like, what has happened is they're making all these, like, quote, diseases and, like, abnormalities, I can't get that out right now, abnormalities, they're making them normal when none of these states are normal, okay? A lot of these conditions are conditions because people are living in toxic bodies. They're, well, we're not going to go into all the details, okay? Come to classes, but all of this is, you know, we're going deeper and deeper, not me. Some people, maybe you, are going deeper and deeper into a distorted realm, all right? I am in alignment with truth. Anywhere that I'm not in truth, I try to align myself with truth. So right out of the gate, we have New York City pushing this agenda again. This whole pride, and it's nothing against her. Fine, you know, whatever. Good. She's not wearing a wig. You know, fuck the wig, right? But it's like all these, again, disabilities out in the public. Let's make it normal. Everybody, let's have a disability and let's all share it. And we saw this happening back, you know, decades ago. I would say at least 2 decades ago, when they were like, you know, to get into college or to get a job, you know, you claim how you're like, you can't be Caucasian, basically. That's the story. You have to be something, disability, different ethnicity, something. That's when this was all kind of starting. But all right, let's get back to this, like, nonsense story about how New Yorkers are holding a funeral for the Metro card. Let's watch this garbage. I'm going to talk to you about it too.
This little part of mine, I'm gonna let it shine, let it shine.
I love how diverse this crowd is. A gathering was held in Washington Square Park Tuesday.
Okay, so, oh my God, fucking retards right here, in loving memory of the New York City Metro cards. So this is like classic, like, sheep doing sheepy things. Oh, I love how diverse the crowd is. Yes, me too. All the New Yorkers coming together. Newsflash, New Yorkers are always together. We're always very integrated. I didn't realize this until I moved to Pennsylvania, on how ethnicities really segregate themselves when you're out of, I guess, New York City. I don't know. I never looked at anybody as different. Whenever I grew up in the New York City, like, Jersey metro area, everybody was just all the same to me. You know, we all spoke the same. We all got along. You move out of that area. So why is she talking about diversity here in New York? Because New York is, quote, the melting pot, right? So it's just like all their scripts that they use, you have to understand on how they're, like, manipulating your brain. But anyway, again, here, let's just kind of point this out for a second. First off, that Metro card was awesome, okay? I will say that. They had this pass that you can buy, like a daily pass. I think it was for $5 or $6. Again, this was like over a decade ago, all right? But you paid like $5 or $6 and you can go anywhere in the city all day long. Like, you're just riding the subway, uptown, downtown. you know, East Village, Soho, whatever. You go to museums, you go to restaurants, like you just hang out in Central Park. Like you could literally go everywhere all that whole day, and it was fun. All right, so fine, those days are over. Fine, we're upset about that. What the issue here is that when people don't understand what's going on, which they clearly don't, okay? When you don't understand the agendas, and this is what I teach with the freedom activist classes. It's a 4-step process of like number 1, getting educated as to what is really going on in the world. Number 2, getting so educated is like, hey, this is not the news story. The news story is not on how they're retiring this Metro card. The news story is not how they're putting surveillance in the subway, which again, most of these sheep don't even understand that those new subway gates are scanning your face, okay? They're reading other data from you also, okay? It's not just scanning your face. They're pulling other data from you. So you get educated. So I'm educating you as far as what's really going on. I'm deprogramming you as far as understanding what's good and what's wrong in this world. Understanding how you've been programmed to believe certain things and how to act certain things. And so what is the different steps here? Let me think. Step 1, get educated. Step 2, get deprogrammed. Step 3, get empowered. So once you are deprogramming yourself, which is healing yourself, healing your inner wounds, understanding your beliefs, looking at your the programs that have been implanted into you since you were a kid by your friends, by your family, by society, by the media. And then what happens is once you clear this stuff out, you naturally get empowered to get involved to fix. You can't fix the problems when you don't even understand what the problem is. So these New Yorkers, and I love my New Yorkers, okay? Maybe this is my programming, but we're the smartest people out there. That's totally programming, okay? But again, I moved to Pennsylvania, and I'm sorry, people are not. They're not with it out here. And I lived in Florida too, and people are kind of dumb out down there too. All right. So, you know, we have New Yorkers who are sharp and quick and with it. But meanwhile, they have no clue what's going on. Okay, they have their programming here. We're mourning the Metro card. This dude spent time and energy, maybe even money, building out this in loving memory of the Metro card. All right, let's just continue. So these people are, no one here solving any problems of what's going on, okay? Not him, not her. With the mask, we got the mask rollout again. Oh, Jesus Christ, I have that around this area too. Whenever I see someone wearing this, that's a danger zone. I don't talk to that person anymore because it's confirmed that you're a Muppet. Okay, you're a total NPC. We're not talking. I'm not looking at you. I'm not bowing my head. Nothing. I'm just walking the other way because I see that you have mental disability. So none of these people are awake. This lady not awake. This I don't know if that's a man or a woman. This guy, no one's solving problems here. Okay.
To mark the end of the line.
Oh my goodness.
Metro card. The
They made
ceremony
a cake?
included a sing-along, a eulogy, and a cake. Organizers spread the word on Instagram with a flyer reading, "In loving memory of the Metro card." In New York.
Oh my God. It's just, I'm sorry. This is definitely rage bait. Okay. Blair posted rage bait. I'm sorry. This is irritating to me. Okay. I didn't watch this clip beforehand, but these are all people that are creative, and look where they're putting their creative energy. So when you watch these things, I want you to look at yourself. Where am I putting my creative energy? Hey, Blair, I'm asking myself, Blair, where are you putting your creative energy? Because you're remarking about sheep, all right? I'm doing this to educate you because I want you to get into your power. If you know what's going on or you're somewhat awake or whatever, like you're on my channel. So that something is pulling you here with your soul. So these people made a whole cake. That looks like dollar bills, but I'm assuming that's the Metro card. Okay? it looks like this cake might even be like homemade, or I don't know what that is, whatever kind of structure they made. So they're pouring their creative, and this is what happens. When you have people who are source players, who are actually like real souls in this world, because I'm sorry, everyone that you look at is not real. All right, that's a conversation for another day. But like, you have people who are using their creative like force energy, and they're putting it towards like baking a cake or molding a cake, building this out, creating, like gathering a group. Like, look how they gathered the group. They made flyers, they put it on social media. Like, just imagine if like you were using this energy to actually do something in support of humanity. Like, do you not realize the gates that they put in are pulling the data from you? Like your biometric data, and like also like taking your freedom? Like, are you not aware of that? Okay? And then on top of it, you have all these fucking retards with their phones.
New Yorkers showed up to be a part of it.
Oh my God. So he even created, like, let's go back to that for a second. So this is like what you create, like when you're going to, like, this is what you get when you go to like a Broadway show. I can't even think of what the name is right now because I haven't been to a Broadway show forever because I don't really like them. But like, you're getting, what's it? Playbill. There we go. So he made a playbill for the Metro card. Do you know how much time this has taken? All right, let's carry on. Let's look at the sheep holding up their fucking phones, recording this, because this is another thing. For some reason, these retards who are around us need to film everything. Everything. They need to record everything. I'm at the park pretty frequently. And they're like, rather than just watching like the ducks or like the blue heron or like whatever, like the deer passes by, they're always taking out their phone and recording it. Like total fucking sheep. So let's
New York City mourns the passing of a true original. Swipe, swipe. Swipe, swipe.
Every New Yorker's got a story with a Metro card.
It's just such an iconic New Yorker move to do this, a funeral for the Metro card.
See, okay, and again, like, this is what bothers me too, because New Yorkers are so creative. Again, I did not realize this until I moved out of the area. And yeah, there's definitely strong energy pulling me back to like New York, New Jersey, because people are not the same elsewhere. They just are not. And the thing is that, again, I'm in Pennsylvania now, and I lived in Florida for a decent amount of my life too, for like a decade. Not all, I don't know if it wasn't that long, but I went to undergrad in Florida, and then I moved back up north, and then I went to graduate school back in Florida. So I was in that Miami area. Anyway, when you move out of New York City, New Jersey area, you recognize on how sort of blah people are and don't have this creative pulse running through them. And that's what it really, that for me is just such a trigger when I see New York City people who are just so creative and like doing amazing things in this world, putting their energy to fucking stupid shit. Like they even came up with that like little saying, swipe, swipe. And he's writing like he's like making a speech. Where is this dude? What is she wearing this? She's wearing, do you see what this is? Like this maybe is an actress. And she's wearing a mourning, like what you wear to a memorial. Like when you're, like she's probably an actress. Like maybe she does work on Broadway or something like that. And she's wearing like one of these mourning, I don't know what that thing is called, a hat. So she's dressed up. She's even like fucking dressed the part. Oh my God. So here, this guy, he's like practicing at home what he's gonna say.
Every New Yorker's got a...
This dude.
True original. Swipe, swipe. It's the passing of a true original. Swipe, swipe.
Like, I mean, really? She decorated her hat. Like, you just see creative people left and right. And this is what you're spending your time and energy on? Again, she's wearing a fucking memorial hat. This one, oh, you know, like...
It's just such an iconic New Yorker move to do
It
this.
is a New Yorker move, but get your priorities straight. Understand what the fuck is really happening in this world and put your energy towards making a positive difference. Not wasting your time on like, what? Like, I understand the passage of, fine, have this, and then at least, I don't know, am I going to encourage people to protest? No, I mean, that is terrible too. That doesn't do jack shit, but at least your energy is like, at least focus in the right direction.
That's a funeral for the MetroCard.
Somehow that isn't surprising that people would do that. While MetroCard sales will end today, cards with a balance on them can still be swiped for the time being.
Okay, so I guess they still do have the MetroCard, which I think I still have a balance on one of my cards. Anyway, that's not being cashed in anytime soon. But look at look what explains here. It's like one bogus news event that shows up after the next. Like, that is literally the world that we live in. It just circulates one to the next.